Once upon a time, in the enchanting meadowlands of Cloverwood Hollow, there lived a furry white rabbit named Bella. Bella wasn't just any ordinary bunny. She had the kindest heart in the whole hollow, known for her ability to heal even the tiniest birds with injured wings and squirrels that had scraped their paws. Her snowy fur shone like a beacon in the moonlight, and her nimble feet danced like whispers on the wind. Bella loved the hollow and all its creatures, but she especially loved the ones who needed her help the most. One sunny afternoon, Bella was bouncing along the edge of the meadow, humming a cheerful tune to herself. The bees buzzed lazily by, the wildflowers swayed in the breeze, and the brook babbled softly in the distance. Everything was peaceful, just like Bella liked it. Everything was peaceful, just like Bella liked it. But suddenly, the harmony of the moment was shattered by a loud screech and a thump in the distance. The sound startled Bella out of her song. It came from the winding stone road, the only stretch of human-made asphalt that ran through Cloverwood Hollow. Bella's heart clenched. That road could be dangerous for small creatures. She darted toward the sound as quickly as her little legs could carry her. When she reached the road, Bella's sharp eyes caught sight of the trouble. A small brown hedgehog was sprawled halfway across the lane. Nearby, a car was parked on the roadside, its door wide open, and a human figure was climbing out to investigate. Bella froze for a moment, her tiny heart pounding. The hedgehog wasn't moving. This was bad, very bad. Without a second thought, Bella hopped onto the road and raced to the hedgehog's side. Her paw nudged his prickly body gently. "Oh, please wake up," she whispered, her voice trembling with urgency. The hedgehog blinked weakly and let out a quiet squeak, his round black eyes barely open. Bella felt a big surge of relief, but knew there was no time to waste. The human was getting closer, their heavy boots thudding ominously. She carefully grabbed a fold in the hedgehog's scarf. It was a bright red scarf, slightly tattered but cozy nonetheless, and began dragging him with all her might toward the safety of the trees. Though Bella's heart raced with fear, her determination burned even brighter. With one last leap, she pulled the hedgehog into the tall grass just as the human reached the spot where he had been lying. The boots stopped. The human peered around, scratching their head in confusion as they muttered something unintelligible, and eventually shrugged before returning to their car. Bella let out the breath she'd been holding, her ears quivering from the close call. Picking up the hedgehog carefully, Bella carried him deeper into the meadow, all the way to her burrow, nestled under the roots of a massive ancient oak tree. Her cozy home smelled faintly of lavender, lined with soft patches of moss and silken grasses, and illuminated by the golden glow of a tiny lantern made from a polished acorn. She placed the hedgehog gently onto a bed of clover and inspected him closely. His breathing was shallow, his spiny fur was ruffled, and one of his tiny legs seemed a bit bruised. Bella furrowed her brow. "Don't worry, little one," she said, softly stroking his cheek with her paw. "You're in safe hands now." She bustled about quickly, gathering her supplies, some healing nettle salve, a leaf cup filled with chamomile tea, and a cloth made from dandelion fluff. Bella worked tirelessly, cleaning the hedgehog's minor scratches, wrapping his leg in a soft bandage, and coaxing him to drink sips of warm tea. By twilight, the little hedgehog seemed better. He sat up slowly, looking around Bella's burrow with shy curiosity. Bella was relieved to see the sparkle returning to his eyes. "My name's Bella," she said with a cheerful smile. "What's yours?" The hedgehog scratched his head nervously with one of his tiny paws, his spines twitching. "I'm Oliver," the hedgehog replied in a small, timid voice. "That's a lovely name, Oliver," Bella beamed. "You had quite the scare out there. How did you end up on the road?" "I was trying to cross," Oliver admitted, staring at his red scarf that lay folded beside him. "I was looking for a new place to stay, but I wasn't fast enough." He hung his head, looking ashamed. "I guess I'm not very good at this traveling thing." Bella tilted her head thoughtfully, then smiled. "Well, lucky for you, Cloverwood Hollow is the perfect place to live. We have everything you need. A safe meadow, delicious berries, friendly neighbors, and you can stay as long as you like." Oliver looked up at her with wide, hopeful eyes. "Really?" "Of course," Bella exclaimed. "But before you move around too much, you'll need to rest up and heal. And don't worry, I'll help you. That's what friends are for." From that day forward, the two became inseparable. Bella taught Oliver all her tricks for staying safe: how to spot dangers in the meadow, how to use hedgehog-sized tunnels instead of crossing the road, and even how to charm the hummingbirds into sharing drops of sweet nectar on sunny afternoons. Oliver, in turn, brought his own special spark to Bella's world. He told funny stories about his adventures, and every evening he would play his tiny harmonica, filling the hollow with cheerful music. The accident on the road became nothing more than a memory, and the once bashful hedgehog grew confident, happy, and grateful. Oliver had finally found his home, and a friend he could always count on. And as the two sat side by side under the starlit sky, Bella felt joy swell in her heart. She knew without a doubt that the world was brighter and better when they were together. And so, Cloverwood Hollow thrived with laughter, friendship, and music, proving that sometimes even accidents lead to the happiest adventures. The end.